Welcome, everybody. I am Rachel Teagle, founding director of the Manetti Shrem Museum, and it's my pleasure to be here with you tonight. Thank you for joining us to celebrate the opening of the 2020 Arts and Humanities Graduate Exhibition. Tonight is truly a special occasion honoring the work of 30 artists who have found the wherewithal to share their vision, and they've done so in spite of massive challenges. We are here together in this virtual moment to celebrate resiliency, creativity, and our emerging artists. While I cannot see you, and because unfortunately we can't see each other, I am starting off by making a special request of all of you who are lucky enough to be in a room with one of our grads. Please just start applauding wildly now. And any of you who can text our grads, start sending them all the love and adulation that you can stand. And I love that you guys are already using the chat function to send your love to everyone who's on this presentation tonight. So while you do your part behind the scenes, I'm honored to be joined by colleagues from across the university. We've come together tonight to honor our graduates, and we have some important work to do. This evening, we award the 4th annual Keister and Allen Art Purchase Prize for students in the art department, and the design department will be presenting the 2nd Savageau Award. Just as soon as we finish our speaking program, I'm going to invite all of you to explore the exhibition online. It's as simple as going to manettishremm.org, and don't worry, we'll share the link in writing at the end of the presentation. Okay, I have one last stage direction. I don't mind if any of you jump up right now to grab a drink, because we're going to be joining in a toast together to celebrate our students at the end of the presentation. Before we go any further, I want to recognize the many people who have worked so hard to realize this year's grad show. That also happens to be the Manetti Shrem Museum's first online exhibition. I want to offer a special thanks to the many, many department chairs, advisors, and faculty members who have contributed to the years-long process of helping our emerging artists find their voice. Dear faculty, your work is crucial, and your contributions more than we can enumerate tonight. And I'd also like to highlight the contributions of 4 professors: Shiva Amati, Catherine Burnett, Glenda Drew, and Kurt Rohde. You are finishing up your terms as graduate advisors, and what a year to end on. Thank you for your dedication to your students and sticking with us on this journey to realize the exhibition tonight. Now let's get to the reason why we're all here tonight, this year's illustrious graduates. We have a remarkable group of 30 students from departments across the College of Letters and Science. We are so pleased to welcome the Department of Native American Studies, who are participating for the first time this year. Through this virtual exhibition, you are going to have the opportunity to engage with the work of a truly exciting group of emerging artists, designers, writers, composers, and young scholars. The team at the Manetti Shrem Museum is so proud to present your work. And now would be a great time to applause wildly for those of you who are in the room with students. A few more notes of thanks. There are so many people who rallied in support of our students to make this exhibition possible, and I want to thank just a few of them. Dean Ari Kelman, Professor Claire Waters, and Karen Ostergaard from the College of Letters and Science. Thank you. Florencio Inunzio and Justin Parsons from the Office of the Chancellor and Provost. No chance this presentation would have happened without you. And the same goes out to Janine Carlson and Molly McKinney, our behind-the-scenes hosts tonight. Thank you, one and all. And a special thank you to our virtual exhibition working group, Shiva Amati, Quintana Heathman, Tom Majorana, Karen Ostergaard, and Jennifer Wagley. And again, thank you to all our faculty, students, and staff. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dean J.P. Delplanque, Vice Provost for Graduate Education and Dean of Graduate Studies. Professor Delplanque works to enhance the experience of all graduate students at UC Davis, and it is a particular pleasure for me to witness his vigorous support of the arts. Welcome, Dean Delplanque.
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you for your introduction, Rachel. I'm honored to be speaking with you, albeit virtually today. Although this exhibition opening night is quite different from those we've enjoyed in the years past, I remember rooms full of laughters and conversations. I hope that it still sparks the same distinct sense of curiosity and wonder. So the Arts and Humanities Graduate Exhibition gives the UC Davis community the chance to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduate students in these disciplines. These disciplinary clusters deserve year-round support and recognition. The social sciences, humanities, and arts help us to consider values of equity, freedom, and diversity, individually and for the common good. Some of our society's most pressing problems, including the challenges we're facing today with the coronavirus pandemic and its subsequent impacts, require creative solutions involving cross-disciplinary perspectives. The arts and humanities advance the development of critical skills in cross-cultural communication, problem-solving, collaboration, creativity, and empathy. As a public research institution, UC Davis takes its responsibility to deliver educational experiences that prepare students and scholars to be global and community leaders very seriously. We're deeply committed to the fact that the arts and humanities are fundamental for building cross-cultural understandings. We strive to support students' creative and humanistic skills by providing opportunities like this exhibition, which allows them to practice the tenets of their disciplines and to participate in informed decisions and decision-making processes. I am also pleased to have the opportunity today to recognize this year's Provost's first-year fellows in the arts, humanities, and social sciences. First introduced 8 years ago, these fellowship opportunities have had a significant positive impact on the quality of graduate education across various disciplines. The fellowships improve our ability to attract the best graduate students to arts, humanities, and social science graduate programs at UC Davis, as demonstrated by the incredible fellows we recognize today. I want to take a moment to recognize the fellows who are participating in this year's exhibition. Zaina Boltagi, Art Studio; Elizabeth Morley, Design; Jake Rose, Creative Writing, who wrote the catalog essay for Dongwon Hong's work in Art Studio; and Adam Strobridge, Music. Finally, I'd like to thank everyone who made this year's exhibition possible, including the Office of the Chancellor and Provost, the College of Letters and Science, the Manetee-Shrem Museum, the departments and grad chairs, and most importantly, the graduate students themselves. Working on behalf of you and your academic experience is a great privilege, and I'm grateful to have that opportunity. Please take care and stay well.
Thank you, JP, and a special congratulations to our fellows. Now I would like to introduce Professor and Faculty Advisor to the Dean of Letters and Science, Claire Waters. Claire responded the moment I put out the SOS and asked for help to figure out how are we going to celebrate our graduates this year. Thank you, Claire, for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Rachel. I'm delighted to be here and to help celebrate the opening of this year's Arts and Humanities graduate exhibition and the vibrant creativity and engagement shown by these projects. The graduate exhibition has been an important highlight of the College of Letters and Sciences end-of-year celebrations and of the Manetee-Shrem Museum's exhibition cycle since the museum's 2016 opening. This year deserves special mention for the extraordinary efforts students and their advisors have put into completing these capstone works in a very difficult time. And I'd like to recognize the invaluable support mentioned by Dean Delplunk from a number of offices on campus, and especially the faculty and staff in the 7 fields represented here: art history, art studio, creative writing, cultural studies, design, music, and Native American studies. That list testifies to the breadth of interests and expertise that the students bring to this work. The exhibition is a graduation requirement in art studio and design, but with 30 students participating from the 7 disciplines represented, the exhibition also showcases Davis's unique approach to the traditional MFA thesis show, expanding the scope to include a wide range of fields in the arts and humanities. We're not aware of a similar approach at any institution in the United States. Graduate students from across the arts and humanities at UC Davis are invited to participate, and the result is a richly interdisciplinary collection of work that speaks to the best aspects of our campus culture: its wide-ranging curiosity, its bringing together of seemingly disparate fields of inquiry, and its collaborative spirit. All of these works, wonderful in themselves, are enriched by being seen together, offering provocative meditations on death and memory, on the ways we see each other and the ways we see ourselves, and on how we might think and work materially in support of social justice and environmental sustainability. While it's not the path that any of us would have chosen, the route to this year's exhibition has required resilience and adaptability on the part of all concerned, and it's incredibly heartening to see those qualities displayed in the present, both because of the exceptional results that are on show in this exhibition, and because those qualities will serve all of these artists and scholars so well as they begin or continue their careers. In addition, I know we're all grateful for anything that helps us look beyond or through the present moment. These projects allow us to travel imaginatively while we can't do so physically, and remind us that there are good things to come, even at a moment when the immediate future seems so uncertain. I'm very grateful that Rachel Teagle, Quintana Heathman, Jennifer Wagley, and their team, expertly supported by Karen Ostergaard, were willing to step up and put in the extensive time and care required to make sure this exhibition could take place. Finally, I'd like to offer both thanks and congratulations to all the artists, designers, and scholars represented here for their fascinating and inspiring work.
Thank you, Claire. We're grateful to you and Dean Kelman for your support of the exhibition and the museum. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce my colleague and friend, the esteemed artist, Professor Annabeth Rosen, the Robert Arneson Endowed Chair in Ceramic Sculpture and co-chair of the Department of Art and Art History.
Thank you, Rachel, and everyone at the SHREM, all amazing IT, Karen, all fine colleagues and beautiful students. I would like to salute you today at this threshold and in this celebratory moment. Congratulations on surviving and indeed thriving during the long and arduous days and nights of graduate school. You've slain the beast. Hooray, hooray, oh fabulous day, Kalu, Calais. But recent brooding on current events and the particular conditions of our historical moment compel me to remind you that you go forth into a perilous world. The presidential election of 2016 and the insidious policies since enacted, global warming, and the present global phenomenon, a gaping hole in the normal fabric of our lives, the pandemic. There is an urgency to our daily solitary lives. One must employ intelligence, skepticism, and imagination to navigate safely. After these 2 years of study at UC Davis, you are prepared for the road ahead, having acquired the inclination to seek the truth, pursue deep and careful research, employ critical thinking, all guided by an abundance of goodwill. With this solid foundation and steadfast determination, your contributions will be significant. We are so proud of you. Congratulations.
Annabeth, thank you for your goodwill tonight. And that brings me to your co-chair, Professor Talene Grigor, co-chair of the Department of Art and Art History. Talene, please take it away.
Thank you, Rachel. Art History is very grateful to the amazing Manatee SHREM team, as well as to all the ITs, Karen, for organizing this grad show. I'm particularly thrilled that because of the unfortunate pandemic, this year Art History is an active part of the grad show, which usually it isn't, so it's a particularly thrilling thing to see. We're very proud of our 6 MAs who are graduating this year, whose thesis presentations are part of the digital exhibition. And we wish them all great success as they step into this not so orderly world, but that they'll be okay and they will thrive. I also would like to applaud our top undergraduate students who usually get their awards during our MA orals that this year is combined with the show. So I do want to mention them and applaud them, Kennedy Field, Margot Dio, Elaine Fong, and Tracy Williams. They all get citations from the department, and congratulations to all.
Thank you, Talene. You've given me the perfect opportunity to do a shout out to our student staff. So many of them come from the Art History Department, and it's such a great pleasure to be exhibiting our student staff work as well on this occasion. And at last, we come to the prizes. So with that, I'm going to introduce, please join me in welcoming Christina Cogdell, Chair of the Department of Design.
Hello, everybody. I really am Christina Cogdell, Chair of the Design Department. I'm honored and excited to announce this year's presentation of the Savageau Award. Before doing so, however, I would like to thank Glenda Drew for her service as MFA chair over the last 3 years. Glenda, you are a deeply caring, equitable, fastidious, and kind leader. We so appreciate your service. The Savageau Award is made possible by a generous endowment given by Anne and Mike Savageau. Anne Savageau is an esteemed professor emerita of the Department of Design, whose highly acclaimed, creative, and meaningful work has been exhibited internationally. Mike Savageau is a distinguished research professor in biomedical engineering, microbiology, and molecular genetics. The purpose of the Savageau Award is to further the career of a University of California, Davis Design Department MFA graduate, and to encourage, recognize, and celebrate creative and original contributions to the discipline of design. The amount of the award this year is $2,000. The winner was selected by a committee of 3 design faculty representing the diverse interests of the department, and by 2 practicing design professionals selected from our design alumni. All of our faculty are very proud of all of our MFA graduate students and their excellent work included in this exhibition. I'm so pleased to announce that LD Lazaro Vasquez is the 2020 Savageau Award winner for her thesis project, Sustainable Prototyping with Digital Fabrication. Congratulations, LD. You have been a real pleasure to work with. Thank you all. We hope you enjoy the virtual MFA exhibition.
Thank you, Christina, and congratulations, LD. I love that you're sending us chat notes. We are so proud of you. That's super cool. Now, I enjoy the pleasure of announcing the 4th annual Keister and Allen Art Purchase Prize. This generous award revives a wonderful Aggie tradition begun in the mid-1960s. Unlike most MFA programs, UC Davis has for a long time acquired a work of art from their MFA students and preserved it for posterity in our fine arts collection. With the investment of our very own Vice Chancellor of Advancement, Sean Keister, and his husband, Walter Allen, we are able to revitalize this honorable tradition. Sean and Walter, I know you're watching, and thank you so much for this important gift. Here's how the prize works. The Art Studio faculty nominated 3 finalists for the award, and I want to introduce you to our 3 finalists. Let's begin with Brenda Gonzalez. Brenda is a mixed media artist who works primarily in sculpture. She investigates memory through the lens of the passage of time and the context or idea of home. Her beautifully composed creature sculptures are combinations of objects that she describes as being found in low-income American homes from thrift and dollar stores, that she stitches together to create something new, something that is half memory and half make-believe, all in an effort to try and calm present-day anxieties. Our next finalist is Dongwan Hong. His work seeks to find relationships between the labor of making art and his daily experience with people and places. He explores longing and remembrance. His practice celebrates a mindfulness in our present surroundings, even when current circumstances might be difficult. And last but not least, we come to Jessica Eve Ratner, a photographer and self-described visual storyteller. Having for many years collaborated on portrait projects, for her MFA, Jessica shifted focus to her own life. In her current project, The End of Where We Start From, she has created a beautiful self-portrait that takes us through events, memories, and emotions that have shaped her history of the recent past. Thank you to all our artists tonight and all our finalists. The finalists made it very difficult on us this year. Digging into your work impressed upon the jurors how all of this year's artists found innovative ways to rise to the challenge of making art in new ways and on ridiculously short timelines. And yet, each of our finalists achieved so much more than meeting the deadline. In reviewing your work, I was reminded of the artist Robert Irwin's famous story of his participation in the 1976 Venice Biennale. He showed up as assigned to present work in the US Pavilion, only to discover his art had been damaged in transit and the Biennale organizers were out of money. Irwin went to the hardware store, bought 4 nails and a ball of string. The resulting artwork was a truly singular achievement. He framed a view of Venice's magical light filtered through the trees in the Giardini. His work of art shifted time and centered visitors' attention to a moment of extreme and ephemeral beauty. And we found the same effect at play in this year's winner. Please join me in congratulating the 2020 winner of the Keister and Allen Art Purchase Prize, Dong Wan Hong. Dong Wan worked with what he had, his body, an empty studio, languages familiar and foreign, and of course, a lot of free time. Through the ritual of exquisitely etched words and salt spread on his studio floor, he created a moving commentary on the experience of alienation and loneliness, universal feelings that are especially poignant now. It's an honor to add Dong Wan's work to the UC Davis Fine Arts Collection. He joins esteemed alumni such as Nancy Rubens, Bruce Nauman, and Deborah Butterfield in an illustrious lineage of UC Davis graduates. And in fact, all of our graduates joined this auspicious legacy. We are so proud of your achievements and offer our congratulations to you all. Another moment for massive virtual cheers for everybody. Now, it's our time to please explore the virtual exhibition on the museum's website, manettischrem.org, and look out tomorrow for the Manetti Schrem Museum at Home newsletter, which will focus on our graduates. If you haven't already, sign up on our website and we'll make sure that you get the newsletter as well as all the social media posts that feature our grads. And now, as we're just about to conclude, please grab your glass and join us in a toast. In a difficult year, in circumstances we could have never imagined, this inspirational group of 30 artists demonstrated yet again that it's artists who envision new futures. It's artists who have the stamina and perseverance to explore new ways of living. To our dear artists, we need you now more than ever. Thank you for your dedication to your craft. Thank you for leading the way. Please join me in wishing them the heartiest of congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Please remember to explore the exhibition at manettischrem.org, and we'll put the full spelling up again just to make sure. And we're going to play the video one more time, so everybody in room with the students, start cheering now.